How to use VPN in 2020. Why do you need to use a VPN? Why do you need to use privacy tool? VPN is another term for an anonymizing proxy. A VPN intentionally manipulates a system as a means of protecting your identity and identity protection, often called VPN for privacy. VPN programs protect your private information, content, and network security. What information do you want protected? Here are some common characteristics of VPN. Preventing IP leak to ensure that your information remains safe. A VPN will hide your IP address, a unique, or public, identity that is displayed on the internet. It will also encrypt and route your data in a tunnel in order to prevent your metadata information about information from being revealed. These tunneling networks allow all connections to be encrypted, which prevents your data from being read and used by third parties. These are tunneling connections between your network and other nodes in your network, thus hiding your data and information from hackers. You can check out our page on how VPN protects your data. Decentralizing system with VPN in 2020. Your local network nodes rely on your provider for speed and service. That provider may very well have your private information, content on its servers. With a VPN, your data and your connections to the internet are decoupled from your provider. In a nutshell, you're disconnected from the provider. The VPN encrypts everything to prevent your information from being read, modified, or accessed by your provider, your ISP, or anyone else without you being asked to provide consent. As a result, you are completely secure from compromise. Proxy engine. How do VPNs work in 2020? Many VPN protocols implement techniques to achieve privacy. Here are some common techniques. Provider authentication. In order to prevent leaks from your ISP, your VPN provider runs some sort of authentication to verify your identity. For example, it could check your phone number and/or other biometric information from a database of subscribers and verify it against that database. Port forwarding. Your internet service provider may offer ports that, when open, let a connection traffic pass through without being slowed down. For example, when a camera is connected to your computer, it can be used to connect to the internet using a port like 80. An open port is one that isn't blocked by the software on your device. In the same way, when you are using a VPN, your VPN provider may be running a port forwarding. An open port is one that is accessible to other users. Masking server identifiers. When using a VPN, you connect to servers that will verify your identity. By disconnecting from a VPN server, you will also disconnect from these verifications and from any services that use server identifiers to detect your identity. This means that your VPN servers won't be able to recognize which of your computer and family members are using it. How do I use a VPN in 2020? Once you use a VPN, you may have some instructions to follow. For example, you may ask your VPN provider's instructions. However, here are some basic steps. You will need to download a VPN client. There are several VPN programs that you can use. We selected a few VPN programs for you so that you can follow them easily. There are several VPN apps in the market, but the 5 most popular are Apple TV, Windows 8, Mac OS X, Android, and iOS. We will give you some suggestions for your device. Now that you have your VPN client downloaded, you will need to find a VPN provider. A VPN provider is simply a website you can connect to through a VPN. You will need to choose one that fulfills your needs. We select companies based on user feedback and recommendations. Finally, you will need to tell the VPN provider where to connect to. Doing this is not as complex as you might think. It is generally straightforward. First, you just enter your VPN provider's IP address. Then you enter where to connect to. You can choose one of the physical devices in your network. In most cases, you can choose any device. The first time you connect to the VPN, the provider's software will enable your VPN client. Some VPN clients are not ready for use at first. The first time you connect to the VPN, the client will automatically link to your VPN provider. When you do this, you will be logged in with your VPN provider. You can check out our VPN FAQ to learn more about the usage of VPN.